Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. I have had a blast playing the Twist Wonders format, and this is one of my favorite decks in the format. It's not the best deck, but I have had pretty good success with this. Overall with this archetype I'm at about 60% win rate. With this specific list I am at 100%. Yeah, I played a few games with this after I landed up with this one. So this seems to be the best I can do with C'Thun Druid. And C'Thun Druid is probably the best C'Thun deck at the moment. There's of course C'Thun Warrior, there's some kind of C'Thun or Jade C'Thun Rogues, but C'Thun Druid seems to be the best performing one, because C'Thun Druid got some pretty huge upgrades, especially with Klaxi Amber Weaver buff. 4 mana 4/5 Taunt. Valkyrie, if your C'Thun has at least 10 attack, gain +5 health. So this is a 4 mana 4/10 with Taunt basically, and that just stops many aggro decks right there, and boom, they can't do much about it. Apart from Discard Warlock, which can hard remove that, and Discard Warlock has been a problematic deck for me to handle with this one, which is also explains why the card choices are like this. But Klaxi Amber Weaver stopping some threats, Ice Slug of C'Thun, another wonderful taunt minion. So Druid doesn't have a lot of hard removal or a lot of good proactive removal cards, but Druid has many taunt minions because of Klaxi Amber Weaver and also Dark Arakoa, meaning that C'Thun Druid has the most taunts available out of all C'Thun decks. And that's just, you make a wall, you defend yourself, and then you blow people up with C'Thun. This deck also makes good use of another new Caverns of Time card, which is the Cenarian Hold. 2 mana 2 use location, your next choose one card this turn has both effects combined. The choose one cards in the deck are Nourish, Invigorate and Wrath, so you can deal a little bit more damage while drawing cards, you can ramp while drawing cards, and you can ramp while drawing cards. So ramp and drawing cards, that's just wonderful. Cenarian Hold and then Nourish, that just gives you such an advantage in this format, where ramping is really strong and also card draw is really strong, because it's kind of hard to draw cards in Wonders format. However, despite the ramp, you cannot pull off a double C'Thun naturally with Druid. Emperor Torison is needed. At the end of your turn, reduce the cost of cards in your hand by 1, because with Emperor Torison you can do Brand Bronzebeard C'Thun, the ultimate C'Thun blast. However, it's important to note that there are other things that you can do. You can sometimes play Brand Bronzebeard behind some taunts, and Brand might survive, and then you get to C'Thun. Sometimes you just slam your C'Thun anyway, because removal is limited in Wonders format. So if you have been able to get your opponent to spend enough removal, then by the time you play C'Thun they might not have anything left. These are important considerations in this format that really, they don't really work in Standard, because everyone generates infinite resources. But in this format, yeah, you can run them out of removal and then there's a big threat and they can't answer that and you actually win. And when it comes to big threats and facing big threats, Druid's resources are quite limited, and that's actually why I have chosen to include Naturalize in this deck. Destroy a minion, your opponent draws 2 cards. Especially Discard Warlocks with an early Tiny Knight of Evil, and then it just grows immensely and I can't kill it. And yeah, Naturalize kills it. Sometimes we play a C'Thun Mirror, they have a Ice Slug of C'Thun really huge, I want to get through, Naturalize it. So I've actually found Naturalize to be pretty strong in this deck. I recognize that giving your opponent 2 cards is a huge downside in this specific format. In case of Warlock it might not matter too much, because they draw their entire deck in like 9 turns anyway, and in case of other decks you typically have enough time that you only need to spend this once the game is already in a favorable position otherwise. And as for the mulligans with this deck, typically I would just keep early game cards, keep cards on the curve. Naturalize I would only keep against Warlock, because that Tiny Knight of Evil, that just sometimes tends to kill me. So then Naturalize would be the correct choice, but other than that, just keep a curve of cards and get your C'Thun buffed and win some games. And this is what it all looks like in action. I don't have any of the synergy cards. We'll try. Let's see what happens. Raven Idol's not terrible. I had Raven Idol in the first version of this deck, but then it just felt lackluster. Maybe with the location, but I don't have any more space. I cannot cut any more C'Thun support cards. There are no more slots. The location is already working together with everything. It's 15, 15. Okay.
This way.
Next turn we're going to do that. We're going to do the big nourish. We have the hand space. We can even follow that up with a... No, we can't follow that up with a big wrath. Don't do one or the other. I always have a 5/8 such belcher. Suppose it's kind of built in. Anyway, we're going to do the big nourish now.
This way.
I think I need to start hitting into that a little bit.
Oops, I broke it.
It was your fault.
So it's another Desert Warrior. It could still be fine. 8 mana next turn. Not enough to do Arakoa plus another. Location is not usable. I can do one C'Thun buff. And that's totally fine. I'll do the Chosen into Cluxy. That's okay. They have a lot of armor, so they can shield slam. And they can of course execute as well. This is so far still fine. And that's always going to the dome. No other direction where it can go. Okay, that was curious. Immediately drawing the bomb. Not the greatest fun. Suppose this is an Arakoa.
The Ancient One. It was your fault.
Arakoa Elder.
Do you hear its call?
Seems fine. He's hit into some of that armor. Toons are 17, 17. What I'm missing is Bran. And I guess the Emperor too. The Ice Stalks are growing quite nicely. We can probably get an Ice Stalk out there next turn. Mortal Strike. Oh, that's a surprise. Okay. Oh, hitting the 4. Well. Still fine. Don't really want to naturalize that. But I do want to get an Ice Stalk out there. I'm going to do the 4 damage with the Wrath. Also get to draw a card. Use a Disciple to kill that. Get some more C'Thun buffs going. And I'll develop a 14/14 Ice Stalk. I've seen one execute so far. Oh, it's all good. Random warrior minion spell and weapon. Whoa. That's not a card that's usually used in that deck. 1 in 3. Let's win this brawl. No. Losing the brawl feels bad, man. There's Bran, but I need the Emperor. That's not the Emperor I was thinking about, but I think this could be Ice Stalk time. I've already seen one execute. I've already seen one brawl. Toons are 19/19, so I would need to get the Emperor. So I have no coin. I figured the Ice Stalk would be needed to keep me alive. Assuming that they can't kill it without hitting into it. But they might be able to. I actually needed to hit in this last turn. I didn't think it through. Now they just must not attack and they're good. If I had attacked into that, it'd be at 1 health and then the ice stock would always go through now. They had a shield slam. Alright, well that's okay then. That's actually okay. But I need to draw more cards. Develop the twin emperors here. Not good, not good. Well, there's only warrior on this ladder. There's definitely a lot of warrior. It's like everyone loves to play warrior. They got a random gore howl. Okay. Can they kill Bran next turn? Do I have to take a chance? Like, there's a chance that I may have to take a chance here. But I have to play Bran this turn. Bran Arakoa.
So many contradictions.
To prepare for C'Thun. I think that has to be the case. I have to do that. But I need to hit some of the armor away. Now, if they can kill Bran, they probably win. If they can't, I think they're just... well, they are going to lose. It all depends on whether they can kill the Bran now. Bran sits behind 2 Taunt minions. They need a shield slam. Or an execute. I don't like these random, or this uncertain plays. But sometimes you just get into positions where you have to do them. Definitely seems to cause them some concern. They had the second brawl. Okay, 50-50. If I win the brawl, I completely lost the brawl, and that means that my 27 C'Thun will not be able to kill them. So they will win. Tough times. Tough times. The warrior is going to win. But they might be out of removal. They might not have Nezod in their hand. I have to take another chance here.
Are you my master?
It's the Beckoner into C'Thun. I have to take this chance. 29-29 C'Thun. Do you have Nezoth? Or do you have some kind of execute play? They have a slam. Do they have the execute?
It's your time now.
Those were not executes. Whoa. So we actually won in the end, even though we lost both brawls. It seems that this Nezod Warrior matchup often goes into this kinds of positions, where you have to slam some of your cards in conditions of uncertainty, and then hope that they don't have the answer. So I guess we can afford to keep them. It's a Pirate Warrior. Okay. I now mulliganed for Control Warrior, because that's the only thing that I have been seeing so far. Can I say yikes? I should still be fine. We have Elder into Chosen into Amberweaver. That should be good enough, even against pirates.
Do you hear its call?
That gives the first buff, this gives another 3, and Beweaver comes online. Oh, they don't have the 3-cost pirate that would make their weapon bigger. Oh, that's a problem for them. They do have a ship's cannon. But they're taking a big... You just took a 20%... Whoa. They just took a 50-50 there to lose their cannon. Oh, 10 with Taunt. Arr, mateys. They're being all heroic about that. Murr. I will strike at your 4-10 with Taunt. Yes, you will. This could be a 4-15 next turn. Do I live long enough? So that would be hilarious. Nah, 4-10 will do. 4-10 is fine. This is a 4-10. And I will also hero power the only pirate on the board. So that they don't have any pirate synergies right now. If they want pirate synergies, they better have 2 pirates coming. Whee! Amber Weaver. It's just, it's so good. Maybe Disciple can be useful. Let's see. Jade Druid, Aggro Druid, C'Thun Druid. Could be anything. We'll ramp a little. That gets me straight to C'Thun's Chosen. But they will ramp as well. And draw a card. But they also spend a card, so it's all fine. Well, that would be interesting. I guess we're going for it. Next time we'll do the big nourish. That will ramp me up and get me cards, and yeah, I think that's gonna work. We are both playing C'Thun. Okay. That's still good to know. Let's see what happens. C'Thun on C'Thun action. They're going to have the nourish too. No, they just had double invigorates. Alright. It's cool. Some more C'Thuning. And the Amber Weaver. Right, alright. I don't have enough dust. Oh dear. Twin Emperors. Scary. I can also trade there. The Disciple on this. Hit it with this one. Hero power this Emperor down. While developing a Twilight Elder. I can do this. I need to find my C'Thun. Currently don't have any card draw. You're not... Oh no. Double locations. double invigorates and then the super nourish. Ouch. That was powerful. I think I have to go with the triple emperors now. Because I just don't have a whole lot here. I need to get very aggressive. That's the only path I have to win. Triple emperors. Start hitting face. That gives me 18 plus 8. That gives me potential lethal for next turn, and I have a naturalize, so I can kill a taunt. I can kill a taunt and then I can push for lethal. See, naturalize time. Yeah, you can draw some cards, but that's not going to help. Boom. That was a pretty fun game. Naturalize and Cenarian Hold. I think we might have the right version. We have cut the weakest cards from the old list and now it's the new list. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.